Last day we had seen the term loans, type of term loans and short term loans. Types of term loans. Types of term loans. Annette.
Short-term loan,
Short-term
long-term,
loan.
long-term loan, medium-term.
Yes, short-term, medium, and long-term loans. Then, what do you mean by cash credit? Short-term loans. What do you mean by cash credit? Aparna, cash credit.
Sir, it is a type of loan granted to the borrower against the current assets such as shares, stock, bonds, etc.
Okay. Then what do you mean by overdraft? What do you mean by overdraft, Karthik?
So it is a type of loan where usually business people use for
Yes.
a certain amount will be deposited in their account, and whatever is drawn, only interest will be charged on that
Yes.
amount.
Thing is that we draw more amount than we have. That is overdraft. It is given only to the current account holder. And what if by discounting of bill of exchange? Discounting of bill of exchange, Anila. Discounting of bill of exchange.
The holder can discount the bill of exchange with the bank.
Okay. Tell.
The holder can discount the bill of exchange with bank.
Yes, before the mature date. Suppose if he has sold goods on credit to any person, so we will write one written document. Then that written document we will give to which one, the customer. Then he will sign that document and then he will return to us. Then now if we want emergency cash, we can give that document to our bank. Then we can encash the amount. But they will deduct some marginal money as a discount. After deducting the amount only, we will get. Okay, that is which one? Discounting the bills of exchange. Shubham, Shubham. Okay. So now two more topic is there related to this chapter. So you have three chapter exam. For half yearly exam you have 3 chapter. Understand? For accountancy 4 chapter is there. 4 chapter. Now we are doing that, including that chapter. Now double column cash book, purchase book, sales book, purchase return, sales return. Then after that, that chapter will be over. Okay? Accountancy 4, banking 3 chapter. Clear? Okay. So next, modes of creating charge on securities. Modes of creating charge on securities. That is the next topic. Modes of creating a charge on securities. Modes of creating charge by banks. Modes of creating charge by banks. They are giving a lot of loan. So they have to create some charge on our assets, on our securities that we will discuss. So you look that while lending money, while giving loan to the public, the bank has to keep 3 principles. If they lend money to the public, they will keep 3 principles: liquidity, safety, and profitability. These are the 3 principles. If they give loan to the public, they will maintain these 3 principles. Liquidity. Whenever they need funder, they can encash. So whenever they demand the money, they will get amount from the borrower. Liquidity. If it is a short-term loan, we can easily, money at call and short notice is there. Short-term money market instrument, short-term loan. Okay, so we can encash. Next is safety. Okay, safety is the most important factor. Whether we will get amount from that person or not, that we have to consider. Next, profitability. Then we have to get a profit through interest. We have to get a profit. So they have to keep these three principles while lending money to the public. Okay, so in order to minimize the risk in advancing money, the bank usually insists on good security. We have to get a good security from the borrower and would like to create a charge on the tangible assets of the borrower in favor of the bank. That is mode of creating charge. When a charge is created, the bank gets certain rights. The bank gets, when a charge is created, the bank gets certain rights on tangible assets, the borrower assets. They will pledge, they will give securities on that, they will get a rights. That is modes of creating charge on securities. Okay, in case the borrower failed to pay the amount in time, then the bank can recover the money by selling that security, by selling that asset. Okay, that is mode of creating charge on securities. Okay, so the important which one method of creating charge, these are the important method of creating charge by the banks: loan, pledge, hypothecation, mortgage, assignment. These are the method of creating charges by banks: loan, pledge, hypothecation, mortgage, assignment. Okay, so we'll study each one detail. First one, loan. Loan means the right to retain the goods, right to retain the goods of the borrower until the debts are repaid. That is loan. The right to, whose right? Bank right to retain the goods of the borrower until the debts are repaid. Until the debts are repaid. So it confers upon, it grants the banker the right to sell the securities after serving a reasonable notice to the borrower. So it grants it gives the authority to the bank the right to sell the securities after serving reasonable notice to the borrower. If the borrower failed to pay the amount in time, they can sell after giving notice, reasonable notice to the borrower. Then they can sell. That is which one? Loan. Means example, if you give FDR, means fixed deposit receipt. Fixed deposit receipt means if you want a loan, we have to give our fixed deposit receipt. Suppose we have a fixed deposit account. Okay, so for a period of 20 years. So after 20 years, suppose that receipt you can give to bank. On that basis, we will get a loan. So that is lien, we given. So in case if we are unable to repay, then they will take that one. Otherwise, shipping document. Shipping document. Suppose if you want to export goods to other country, so if you give the shipping, we have no cash for the meeting some expenses for export purpose. So we will get a loan if you submit our shipping document. Shipping document means bill of lading. Bill of lading means receipt of cargo. Okay, receipt of cargo for shipment issued by the carrier, shipping company, once the goods have been loaded into the vessels. Otherwise, a railway receipt. On that basis, railway receipt. It is issued by the railway. Railway receipt. It is issued by the railway when the goods are sent by the when the goods are sent by the rail. So on that basis, we will get a loan. So that is lien. The right to. So if you are submitting this one, the bank have the right to retain the goods of the borrower, the right in the goods, that receipt that show shipping document, railway receipt, until the debts are repaid. So it grants the banker the right to sell the securities after giving reasonable notice to the borrower. That is which one? Lien. So a bank lien is, it is a general lien. General lien. A banker's line means general lien. General lien means, it means implied pledge. Implied pledge. Implied pledge. Implied pledge means, here it not only means that the right to retain the goods of the borrower, means it gives the seller, the banker, to sell the securities and the goods of the customer after giving a reasonable notice to the borrower. They have the right to which one? It will give the right to the bank. Not only the right to retain, right to possess, they can sell the goods if the borrower failed to pay the loan in time. That is called, it is called implied pledge. It is a general lien. Okay, that is related with the lien. So lien means the right to retain the goods, that they will keep receipt, everything they will keep, okay, until the debts are repaid. So after the repayment, they will give that which one? Securities. That is lien. Next one, pledge. Everything same, only little difference. Pledge. So what do you mean by pledge? So first I will tell the example, then you can understand. Gold loan. Gold loan. Example, gold loan. Then advance against goods. Advance against goods. On the basis of our product, if you take a loan, then advance against national saving certificate, government security, national saving certificate. On that basis, if you are taking loan, gold loan, advance against goods, advance against national saving certificate, NSC. Okay, gold loan. Now you look at that meaning, then you will understand. Pledge is the bailment of goods as a security for the repayment of debt. Only the movable goods can be pledged. Only the, which one? Movable goods can be pledged. Goods loan, it is a gold, it is a movable goods. Next, the goods pledged will be returned to the owner on repayment of the debt. Here, the goods serve as a security for the debt. The person who transferred the goods is called pledger, and to whom it is transferred is called pledgee. Bank. Okay, the person who transferred the goods is called pledger, and to whom it is transferred is called pledgee. Here, the ownership of goods remains with the pledger, borrower. The ownership of the goods remains with the pledger. The possession of the goods vests with the pledgee till the loan is repaid. Till the loan is repaid. Okay, the ownership of the goods remains with the pledger. The possession of the goods possession with the bank only till the loan is repaid. If it is a gold loan, after up to repayment of the loan, they will keep. So that is pledge. Means it is used when the ledger, means when the pledgee takes actual possession of assets. Here the lender takes actual possession of the goods. Means such goods are movable securities. In this case, the pledgee retains the possession of the goods until the pledger, borrower, repays the entire debt amount. Up to that time, they will keep the securities. Okay. Then in case there is any default by the borrower, the pledgee has the right to sell the goods. Has the right to sell the goods in his possession and adjust its amount toward the loan amount. Okay, that is pledge. So suppose if it is more amount, if after selling, suppose our loan is which one? 1 lakh plus interest 10,000. So after sale, if they got 1,50,000, then from 1,50,000 they will take to the bank 1,10,000, remaining 40,000 they will give to the borrower. Okay, like that only. If there is a sale is there, that only they are doing. Okay, that is pledge. Okay, that is related to pledge. Okay, that is movable security. Then possession remains with the bank. That is pledge. Okay, next one, land means a right to returns, same only on the basis of FDR, fixed deposit receipt document. On that basis we are taking loan. Next one, hypothecation. Next one, hypothecation. Example, car or vehicle loan. That is example, car vehicle loan. Okay, so now hypothecation. Hypothecation creates an equitable charge on the movable property. Here also movable property without possession. Without possession. In pledge, the possession will be with the bank. Here, possession, without possession, we are creating charge. If you take a loan, if you take a car loan, possession will be with the customer, with the borrower. Okay. Then, however, the hypothecation deed provides that the banker will have the right to take the goods hypothecated in its possession if the need arises. Okay, that is hypothecation. Means it is used for creating charge. It is used for creating charge against the security of movable assets. That is hypothecation. Okay, it is used for creating charge against the security of movable asset. Then, but here the possession of the security remains with the borrower itself. Remains with the borrower itself. Borrower itself. Shubham, mute your microphone. Borrower itself. Possession. Okay. So, in case any default by the borrower, the lender will have to first take possession of that security and then selling the same security. Okay, that is related to which one? Hypothecation. Okay, but it is a risky in the point of view of bank. It is a risky venture because we are not taking any possession. Okay, then but one thing, they are granting only to the parties of undoubted means with the highest integrity. With the highest integrity. That is hypothecation. Okay, so here one thing you have to remember, here possession of security remains with the borrower itself. It is a risky, it is given only to the persons of high integrity. That is hypothecation. Pledge means the possession remains with the which one? Bank. Okay, they have to give, we have to give gold. That is hypothecation. Next one, mortgage. Mortgage. So what do you mean by mortgage? It is a conveyance of interest in the property, immovable property, for securing a debt. And gives the legal mortgage is created by a registered deed, registered document, and gives the mortgage the right of sale in case of default by the borrower. Means it is used for creating charge. It is used for creating charge against immovable property. It is used for creating charge. It is used for creating charge against immovable property. Against immovable property. immovable property. Okay. It is used for creating charge against immovable property. Example, land, building, anything which is attached to the earth, but it does not include growing crops or grass. Okay, land, building. So on that basis, immovable. So land, that on that basis, if you are taking loan, that is which one? Mortgage. Immovable property. It is used for creating charge against immovable property, land, building. Example. Okay, example, mortgage. Example, we can tell housing loan. Housing loan. Okay, housing loan. Example. Okay, it is used for creating charge against immovable property. So here you look, the actual possession of the mortgaged property is with the mortgager, with the borrower, the land with the mortgager only. Okay, those who give the goods. The interest in the mortgaged property reconveyed to the mortgager on repayment of the loan. After repayment of the loan, the interest, that document, they will give it to the, which one? To the borrower. In case the mortgager fails to pay the loan, the mortgagee, means bank, get the right to recover the debt out of the sales proceeds of the mortgaged property. Then if they are not repaying, in case any default by the borrower, they can sell, then that output, that amount will be, they can utilize for the payment of loan with the interest. Then if any balance is there, that they will give it to the which one? Borrower. Okay, that is mortgage. Okay, pledge means movable security, but the possession with the possession with the bank. But hypothecation, the possession with the borrower. Here also the possession with the borrower. Okay, that is mortgage. Next, one more, assignment. 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 It is the transfer of ownership. It is the transfer of ownership from one person or from one authority to another person. That is assignment. It is a transfer of ownership. You look at that, this is the example of assignment. Suppose we sold goods on credit to any person. Sold goods on credit to any person. That is book debt. Okay, so here, so after 3 months only we will get that amount. So now we want a loan. So on giving this book debt, that receipt, that bill of exchange, we will get a loan. So we are transferring the ownership from one person to another person. Okay, otherwise money due from government department, any amount we have to get from which one? We have to get from government. So that also we will get. Okay. Anila, Ancho, Hadi, Irfan, turn on your video. Okay. Don't turn off. That is assignment. Okay, transfer of authority, transfer of ownership from one person to another person. Suppose if we have any insurance policy, so on that basis we will get a loan. Okay, so what we have to do, our insurance certificate that we have to give, then we will get a loan. So that is assignment, transfer of ownership from one person to another person. So the person who assigned the property is called assigner, and the person to whom it is transferred is called assignee. Okay, so on the basis of our debtor, on the basis of bill of exchange, we will get a loan. So we are giving transferring. So at the time of maturity, they will get amount from the person. Like that insurance claim, they will get. Okay, so on that basis, we will get a loan, that is assignment. So it is the transfer of ownership from one person to another person. That is what assignment. Clear? Any doubts? So lien. So what are the modes of creating charge by banks? First one, lien. The right to retain the goods of the borrower until the debts are repaid. Then it is an implied pledge. It gives the authority to the bank the right to sell the securities after giving a reasonable notice to the borrower. Next one is a pledge, bailment of goods. Bailment of goods as a security for the payment of debt. For the payment of debt. Then here the possession of the goods remains with the which one? Bank. Okay, that is pledge. Next, hypothecation. Hypothecation means it creates a charge on the movable property. Then here the possession of the goods remains with the borrower itself. Okay. Then next one, mortgage. It is used for creating a charge against immovable property. Movable property may be land, building. Okay. Here the possession of the property remains with the which one? Borrower itself. Next one, assignment, transfer of ownership, transfer of any existing or future rights. Any existing, transfer of any existing or future rights. Existing or future rights to another persons. That is, or debt by one person to another person. That is assignment. Okay. So these are the mode of creating charge by banks. Next one, types of security. Okay. Types of security. Types of security. So already we studied mode of creating charge by a banks. While lending money, they have to insist on three principles: liquidity, profitability, and safety. Then while giving loan, they have to insist on good security from the borrower. Okay. So next one, security. So what do you mean by security? Security means what the borrower put up to guarantee repayment of loan. To guarantee repayment of loan. That is security. Security is what the borrower put up. What the borrower put up to guarantee repayment of a loan. Otherwise, it is a something of value given to the lender. Something of value given to the lender by a borrower. That is security. Okay. Something of value given to a lender by the borrower. That is security. Okay. So, lot of securities are there which offered as a security for loans. Lot of securities are there. We already learned lot of securities, but all of them not acceptable to the bank. But some of the securities are acceptable by the banks. Example, plant and machinery, which one? Car, gold ornaments, documents, fixed deposit receipts, documents. Then which one? Shares, debentures, life insurance policy. Okay. Then on the base of stock, we will get a loan. Okay. So that is securities. Okay. Then we will now we will study the securities available in the market. What are the securities available in the market? Normally already we said plant, machinery, that is assets only. Then normally what are the securities are available in the market? So there are 4 securities are available in the market: equity share, bond, warrants, and mutual fund. So these are the types of securities available in the market: equity share, bond, warrants, and mutual fund. Okay. So first one, equity share. So what do you mean by equity share? So what do you mean by, first we have to tell what do you mean by share? Means share is one of the unit through which the share capital is divided. Means what do you mean by share capital? Means amount of capital raised through the issue of share. If a company raised capital through the issue of share, the amount of capital raised through the issue of shares is called share capital. Okay, suppose 10 lakh is the capital. 10 lakh is the capital. This is share capital. Means amount of capital which can be raised through the issue of share. That is share capital. Means then what do you mean by share? Share is one of the unit through which the share capital is divided. Means it is total capital. 10 lakh we can raise through the issue of share. Suppose, then how we will get 10 lakh? 1 lakh shares of rupees 10 each. Means if you purchase one share, you have to give 10 rupees. If you purchase 2 share, you have to give 20 rupees. Okay. So share means each unit. It is one of the unit through which the share capital is divided. Okay. So from this 1 lakh only they are issuing. Suppose from that 10,000 Anjo, suppose Anjo purchased 10,000, then 20,000 Hanna purchased, Annette purchased 30,000, remaining 20 Abdul purchased. These are shares. It is one of the units through which the share capital is divided. Face value means for you purchasing one share, you have to give this 10 rupee. Okay, so share can be two type. So you want to study only the equity share and preference share. Hadi, turn on your video. Hadi, Irfan, turn on your video. Okay, there are two types of share is there, equity share and preference share. Equity share and preference share. So now we are studying equity share. Means equity shares are those shares which are not preference share. There are two types of share is there, equity share and preference share. Equity share and preference share. So share is one of the unit through which the share capital of the company is divided. Okay, so there are two types of share, equity share and preference share. Okay, now time is over. Next class we will continue the types of security. Okay, thank you.